Guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host sellssi. And as we prepare Mediama SC to take on Remo Stars at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, we're going to look at the squad for Coach Chris HUGHTON. He will be naming a squad most likely next week ahead of the Afcon Qualifiers, the final one versus Central African Republic. Today we're going to look at the midfielders. I've been doing a series on it. Goalkeepers, defenders. Today is a 10 of the midfielders, and we'll separate them into two parts: wingers and midfielders, main midfielders for the team. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. You have to remember, Ghana has not yet qualified for the African Cup of Nations. The draw will be held on the 12th of October in Cote d'Ivoire, and we'll be there hopefully to bring you pictures and where Ghana would be should they overcome this Central African Republic head. Coach Chris HUGHTON has become work in earnest, visiting Black Stars players at their league centers, which kicked off last weekend. Today is the 10 of the midfielders, and without much ado, we'll jump right into it. And number one on my list is Kudus Mohammed, a person of interest for various clubs in Europe, West Ham United becoming the latest. Kudus has shown this season in the first game and throughout the whole of last season that he is one to look out for. The guy has been was scintillating last season, and was scintillating in his team's first game of the season, scoring an amazing goal and putting a virtuoso performance for Ajax. They would be sad to see the back of him should he decide to leave. But right now, West Ham are the latest, and it is unfortunately looking like he might not leave, despite the West Ham interest and their technical director flying into Ajax for him. We'll see how that one concludes, but Kudus Mohammed is number one on my list here for today. Thomas Tay Partey, despite the disrespect going on social media for the Ghana man, he is an integral part of Coach Chris HUGHTON's Black Stars. Amazing season last season for Arsenal. Unfortunately, did not end up with a trophy win. Hopefully, it does this season with the introduction of Declan Rice and Kai Havertz into the Arsenal fold. Thomas Partey would look to continue his amazing form. He would hope to be at the African Cup of Nations next year in Ivory Coast and probably help Ghana to overcome their 40+ years curse without a trophy for the senior national team. We wish he is on top form when Ghana take on Central African Republic in the final group qualifier game. Salis Abdul Samed enjoying life with RC Lens. Unfortunately, his side lost the opening game of the season. Salis was a revelation last season, earning him a new contract with his club RC Lens until 2028. Salis was rewarded for such a stellar performance last season. For the Black Stars at the World Cup as well, he showed his competence for the national team, as well did he in the friendly game. Salis has been a revelation, and the seamless nature in which he has put himself and integrated himself into the Ghana national team is quite admirable. Obviously, Chris would continue with him for the right reasons, and I think Salis would be integral to Ghana's progression. Daniel Kofi is another one I would mention here. Unfortunately, injuries did not allow him to play for Ghana the last time out in the Madagascar away game, a 0-0 draw for the Black Stars. Daniel Kofi, it's been a while he's played for Ghana because injuries has been a hot bother to him, niggling injuries here and there. Hopefully, he is 100% fit ahead of this clash here in Kumasi. The Babayara Sports Stadium would be the venue for this one. Kofi was amazing for Ghana in the lead up to the World Cup, especially in the qualifiers. That playoff game, he was impeccable, along with Elisha Owusu and co. They were sung that day and helped Ghana make it to the next round, which was the World Cup itself. Hopefully, they do get Ghana to the African Cup of Nations in this final qualifier game. The next player on my list is Edmond Addo. Yes, Edmond Addo is another one who Chris HUGHTON seems to enjoy playing a lot. Chris has shown his interest and love for Edmond Addo in his team, whether everyone agrees with this, or not most of you have shown your displeasure in that one. But Edmond Ado is a coach favorite, and he could be around for a while. The next player on my list, unfortunately, he has an injury out, so I'll put him on the sidelines for this one. Majid Ashimeru versus Angola in that 1-1 draw. He was a game changer along with Joseph Paintsel. He is one who has a niggling injury and could be a doubt for this one. So we'll keep our cards close and see how things go on that front. Joseph Paintsel, who had a topsy-turvy night in the Europa League qualifiers, scoring from a second spot kick, a retake, getting a red card, his side losing on aggregate, and now having to play in the playoff of the Conference League. Well, it's one of those nights for him, but Joseph Paintsel was amazing for his club side last season, scoring a lot of goals. This season as well, he started off on a good note, and we hope that he does continue in that respect. For the wingers, Kamaldeen Sulemana is one I would include here, but his coach has revealed he has a muscle problem, so he could be a doubt for this one. Kamaldeen is still with Southampton, has not left Southampton probably because of these injuries, because when a club signs you up, they do not want to have to deal with the injury you have. A fit player is what they are looking to sign up, so Kamaldeen would have to get off the recovery bench and play regularly to probably get a way out of his current side, Southampton. So we'll see about that one there. The next player in the wingers is Jordan Ayew. His Crystal Palace side kicked things off nicely. He got the assist for them over the last weekend. Great to see him in there. I would be excited to see him once again. Not everyone's favorite, but he's industrious, gets the work done. Most coaches' favorite. Roy Hodgson has proved that. Chris Hughton and Otto Addo also proved that in their inclusion. The only problem is that they cannot go the full 90 minutes, and when they are getting fatigued, it becomes a bother to the team in general. Osman Bukhari is also another one I would expect to see here. Great start to the season so far. A great season last time out. We hope that he does continue in such vein. Scored a World Cup goal versus Portugal, albeit a consolation one. So we're hoping that Osman Bukhari would be one to be included here. And finally, Ransford Yeboah Connex Doffa, also another one who has been impressive. Well, he's got very little playing time, very little chance to show what he's capable of. Hopefully, he does get it this time out. It's unfortunate that he's been called several times, could not make it to the national team, could not make it into the under-23 team for the under-23 Afcon because his club did not sanction it. Well, we'll see about that and hope that this coming qualifiers, the final one at that, he can take a part and he can play, so we see what he is capable of. So those are my midfielders and wingers for the game versus Central African Republic. Let me know who I missed out on, who you would have included here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great weekend.